Hey everybody, welcome back. We're going to do something a little different today. We're going to take a look at the Lifedoo portable steel fire pit. So in the open, I told you we're going to do things a little differently. We're going to actually do this video sort of in reverse. I'm going to show you this assembled and then take it apart. Then we're going to put it outside, set it up, and actually test it. I like to look at things from a prepper perspective. And when I was looking at this, I was like, well, you know, I mean, you can do a lot of things to build a fire, but in some areas, if you're out practicing, camping, whatever, you can't always have an open ground fire. It might be too dangerous just for your own common sense. Not, you know, we're not talking about the rangers coming and telling you to put out a fire. If you're in the middle of fire season, bugging out, it might be unsafe to have an open ground fire. Something like this gives you options. It gives you the chance to do that. It is a bit of a heavy item. Definitely not a bug out bag item. A car camp kit, definitely, absolutely awesome. You can have a fire pit in seconds with this thing. You move it around a little bit so you can see. Really heavy steel construction. It's about 20 pounds. It can be used for cooking. Again, you could set it up at a bug out location. It won't stick out too much. You know, it's not a big, huge, shiny stainless steel object. And I'm assuming with burning, it'll get, you know, darker, sooty, or whatever. You could put a grill over it, and I am going to look for that. If I find one, probably I think Walmart has them. They're cheap. They're just grills, you know, for... they're actually grills that snap together for grilling stuff like that and flipping it on your barbecue. If I can find something like that, maybe even in a used shop, we'll do a video on cooking on it, but easily you could use it to cook on with the grill across the top. Even a flat piece of iron, I would think. Maybe for doing steaks or something, you know, just stick a little flat piece of metal across the top here, and maybe one little section like that. You could do a steak on there, scrambled eggs, whatever. Another neat thing about this is if you don't have an area to practice your fire making skills, something like this gives you that area. This is going in my backyard semi-permanently. I'll probably have it out where I test things, and that's where we're going to go today and test it out. Whenever I'm doing kind of big wood fire type stuff, that's where I go. I go to my backyard. I have a little section that I built there for testing and everything, and eventually that's going to be an outdoor area just to kind of hang out, have, you know, use the fire pit, use the rocket stove I built. Just kind of a place to hang out when it's not too hot in the summertime. So you can use it to do that. You can use it as a stove. Like I said, around here a lot of the summer ground fires aren't allowed. You can use something like this, stick it in your car when you go camping, and have a fire in it. One of the nice things about this is it won't get clogged up, and there's no scooping out ashes at the end of the day. When we take it apart, you'll see that. But I'm going to tip it up carefully, and you'll notice, it's falling apart on me, but you'll notice, there we go, that this part opens up in the middle here, and it's not as wide as that is. That just slid out because I tipped it up. So normally it's about this wide. But the ashes will drop from that, and you will be able to keep it fairly clean and fairly easy. So let's take it apart really quick, and I'll show you how it comes apart, and then I'll show you how it goes together outside. There's your side. And these are heavy. These are not light. This thing, fully assembled, is about 20 pounds. Try not to let anything drop. One side, the other, and the center. So, that's your kit. And yeah, that's heavy. That's not light. It's almost surprisingly heavy. I was really surprised at just how heavy it was when I took it apart, when I took it to the box. And the funny part was, because the box had a wider surface area, and it was inside of a box, every box I opened subsequently seemed to get heavier, because it was smaller. Anyway, let's get into what the pit actually does. Keeps your fire off the ground. It can pack down to just 18 by 11 inches, so 18 by 11, and a ½ inch thick, so it could fit in your vehicle just about anywhere. Laser cut handles on this make it easy to carry around, and within seconds you've got an 18 by 15 inch fire pit that's about 12 inches in height. So 3mm steel, definitely steel. It's some heavy duty stuff. It's really, I was surprised at just how, you know, you look at this and you think, you remember that little rocket stove I had that was all steel and folded up. It just wasn't anywhere near the weight of this. So if weight is an issue for you, you know, if you're thinking of bugging out in your car and you got a little tiny compact car and you already got it overloaded, I wouldn't stick 20 more pounds in it. But for car camping, for stuff like that, this is a really awesome little fire pit. Even if you just want to use it in your backyard and test out your fire making skills. Let's take it outside to the fire pit area and give it a try. Alright, so you're going to see here, this is kind of the back of my outdoor area here where I do a lot of my fire testing and gear testing. And I don't have any stuff down here. I'm just going to put some tiles down, but it's just the rock. So we're going to pretty much simulate what it's like in most of my area out here. It's either rock or dirt. So let's set this thing up. It's over here on the side, and I'll show you how it works. First thing you're going to do is put out a side. You'll notice the slanted edges here. That's for this to slide right in. Now at first it's going to be easy because it's just sliding right in there, but then you'll have to guide it in at that angle. And maybe I want to move my camera so I'm not going to bump it every time I move over there. There we go. So that's guided in there. Let me move over a little bit. There we go. And now the next side. We're going to do the next side here. I'm just going to slide that in. There you go. Now this part, this is the easiest end of things, because you're just going to drop this right in. This isn't a flat surface. There we go. That's a little better. Let's do it this way. That seemed to help a lot. There we go. And there you go. Sorry for the little bit of difficulty there. It really isn't that difficult to set up. It's just because I had it at an angle and this side was tweaking. Alright. So I'm going to just put down some of these rocks evenly around it. And let's see, I think I'm going to move it back a little bit. There we go. Is that still in camera? Yeah, that's in camera. So once you got it set up, you can load in your stuff. And I want to keep this back here for my own use, just to test it out and use it. But, because this is supposed to be eventually an area where you can sit out at night and have a fire, cook something, whatever. And it gives you an area to practice your skills. And the most important thing you can do, aside from buying stuff, I know I show you a lot of gear, but the most important thing you can do is practice all of your skills. So, it's not about buying, it's more about skills. So, I'm going to load this up with wood, and we're going to try and get it going, and take you from there. Alright, so we got it all loaded. I'm not doing a huge fire today, so this is about the size of what we got in there. You'll see it when I bring it up. I am using my cold steel fin hawk today, just this to do this. Got a little bit of a curls going there. And we're going to use my favorite fire starter, which is dryer lint, because it's free. So, take my ferro rod and my dryer lint and just do one of these deals. I think I got it going. Nope, not yet. There we go. It is one added benefit to this this particular knife. It's got a really nice spine on it. Okay. Let me move you up to the fire pit. Move you over here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to stick that in there. Along with this, get this fire going. Take some leaves, a bunch of leaves from my trees behind me I can toss in there, and some sticks. Once we get this thing going, we'll bring it back and let you take a look at it and see how well this works. Alright, so that didn't take too long. did have to go get another, I did have to use another piece of dryer lint because it fell to the bottom, and I didn't want to dig down there, and it was kind of smoldering. But other than that, you know, this stuff's been out here a long time. It's fairly dry, easy to start a fire with. Had it been a little more difficult, I might have used some smaller stuff and some kindling, but I knew this stuff was going to catch up right away. It's basically old firewood, so it's just older stuff that's kind of dried out, and it catches nicely, as you can tell in there. Let me give you a look down in there. You're getting enough ventilation from that gap at the bottom where the wind is coming in and carrying it up, so the bottom is burning as well down over here. It's not overly hot yet, but I'm sure it will be. So all in all, so far so good. I'm going to let this burn out, take a few pictures for a thumbnail, because that would make an awesome thumbnail, and bring you back when it's out. We'll take it apart and see how easily it is transported back in once it's cooled off. I'll give you my final thoughts on it. I will tell you one thing, even with those wood scraps that I put in there, it's good decent fire going. I think the ventilation from the bottom really does help it a lot, because I started this fire from the top, and I really should have started it with kindling at the bottom, but I was doing this kind of quick today, and the wind has carried the fire up, but the bottom is burning as well. As you can tell over here, all underneath there is burning. I kind of moved everything to the center. So definitely warmed up out here, though. It was a good 40-something degrees out this morning. I know for most of you in the country that's not that cold, but for out in the desert, you get used to being a little warm, and that's cold. So there you go. It's burning away. I'll bring it back once it's ready to be taken apart. But I wanted to give you a look at it while it was going full bore with what I have in there. And the nice part about it is it's big, so you can put full-size logs in there. If I wanted to, say, toss this log in here, I could. Now, I don't want a fire that's going to last a couple of hours, because I'm doing this for a demo, but you get the idea. See you in a few. Alright, looks like it's out. I'm going to go up close here so you can see. Everything's pretty much burned down to ash and a little bit of charcoal in there. Now, for time constraints here, I'm not going to leave it outside till it cools off. I am going to spray it down. But there you go. It's first burn. And I will take it apart for you, and I'll bring it inside once I spray it down, because of course it's really hot. And give you my final thoughts and some information on where you can pick one of these up if you like it. I think it'll make a nice addition to your outside area, especially if you're, you know, wanting to practice your fire making skills and you want to do it in a safe way. It gives you a place to do it and to set it up. Plus, not only that, if you've got a semi-permanent or permanent camp or bug-out location, or you're an RVer, you know, and you want to keep this in your vehicle and have a nice little fire at night, that's awesome, especially for campgrounds that don't allow ground fires. So let me cool this thing off, bring it inside, and show you the results and give you more info. Alright, so we're all cleaned up for out there. I did spray it down some water to keep it cool, because I didn't want to bring it in scorching hot. But as you can tell, really none worse for the wear. I mean, you know, it was already black inside. It's not like it's going to get blacker from soot or whatever. And it seems to work very well. And I like the fact that it's just 4 components. You don't have to screw anything together. You don't have to tie anything down or tighten anything, or you don't need tools or bolts or anything. It just slides into place. Even for a klutz like me who's only done it once before and then proceeded to take forever to do it on camera. So, not too bad. Take it apart. It is still wet. But, there's that side. And there's that side. And there you go. That's pretty much it. There's your thing. So I'm going to dry it off and, of course, put it away. I probably will leave it outside eventually. I want to use it a few more times and put it together and take it apart a few more times. But really cool system. The price on these are $69, and they are definitely heavy duty. This isn't, you know, this isn't junk that's going to melt or break on you or whatever. They're definitely worth it. My suggestion to the company would be in the future to have some kind of pack to put this stuff in. It's a little easier to carry with a handle all in one than a bunch of loose pieces kind of flopping all over the place. And mine didn't come with any kind of pack in it, so I'm going to have to look in Goodwill and see if I can find, you know, just a canvas sack, or, you know, even an old rice sack or something. Something inexpensive that would make carry of this a little bit easier. Again, definitely not a bug-out bag item. Keeping it in at your bug-out location keeping it in your home for, you know, if you got to cook outside or whatever, if you need heat. Not a bad idea. Now, I wouldn't burn it in your house. I'm talking about burning it outside of your house. So, definitely a cool little item. So that is the Lifedoo portable steel fire pit. You really just put it together in seconds. Again, even for me, I was trying to do it on an angle. It's easy to transport, store, and carry. It would be easier with a bag, I think. But all in all, pretty cool item. Thought you folks would enjoy that. It's not always survival gear. Sometimes it's just gear for using in your house. So if you see this as more something you would enjoy in your backyard, hey, more power to you. You know, it doesn't always have to be end of the world gear, but I think it has an application for preppers, especially in a camp setting, a bug out location. Maybe if you're going out to do training or practice with your friends or whatever, setting up your equipment, which I feel is very, very important, especially given the situations in the world right now. It's a good idea to get outside and run your gear, try it, test it out. You know, I know I try a lot of new stuff on here, you know, that gets sent to me for review or I purchase for review, but the stuff I like, believe me, I'm testing more than just once for a video. Get out there and learn how to use stuff, because when you need it is the last time you want to start reading the instructions while things are going crazy. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed the video. I will put a link down below where you can pick this up on their site. This isn't on Amazon. It's only on their site, or at least it's not on Amazon yet that I could find. So the link I'm going to give you down below will take you to their site, and you can pick one of these up. They have some other interesting gear as well. And like I said, they're about 69 bucks. They are 69 bucks. And neat little item, and definitely well made. I got to tell you that. You know, 18 to 20 pounds, it's really heavy. But, you know, for something you carry, but definitely well made. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to check out our Amazon store down below. Just click on that link, shop as you normally would if there's nothing in the store you like, and it really helps out our channel. And don't forget to check out our Thrive Life link down below. Lots of good freeze-dried stuff there. We're going to be doing some Thrive cooking, breakfast cooking in a little bit. I got a bunch of gear to get through first, and then we're going to go through that. So anyway, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you like the content. Stay safe and stay prepared.